Hello. If you're watching this, it means you are interested in using DivaBot. What is DivaBot? It is a program I created that allows us to personalize our streams for Project Diva Play. It will basically watch your game on OBS, and it will determine what song you're playing, it'll keep track of your scores, and it can display some neat information that that would just enhance your stream overall and keeps track of your statistics. I've been keeping track of my statistics for quite a while on the site, and so this app is created to make that easier for other players as well. To get started, you just have to click down here in the downloads to download one of the releases. Once that finishes up, you need to extract the files. And then open it. Upon doing so, you'll be presented with three things. First thing you're going to actually do is on the website, you need to register for an account. Choose any username and email you want, as long as it's not taken. If it's taken, it's going to tell you. When you hit register, it's actually going to send you a code. So I'm going to go grab that real quick. If you enter the wrong code, like I just did, then tell you. The actual code I need to enter is... Let's check you on my phone, so I guess it just didn't update yet. There we go. So once you're logged in, you'll have access to this new item, the app Authentication token. On this page, you can click this button to reveal your app authentication code. This is used for the DivaBot. I'm gonna click it to reveal it, but I recommend not sharing this with other people, because if they get a hold of this, they can use that in order to submit scores as you, and you do not want that. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to click Calibrate, and we trusted this app. If you this app was entirely developed on stream and it's open source, so if you're curious or you're paranoid, you're more than welcome to ask me any questions about the app. There's nothing to hide, and I'm a pretty chill programmer when it comes to this kind of stuff. So here we got, I have the game screen showing. I'm going to keep it like in this corner-ish, so you can keep an eye on what the app's doing as well. But you need to open your game, and you need to go to the main menu. So the app currently supports Megamix, so this is the main menu of Megamix. Doesn't matter what version, it should work for everything. You're going to click the Setup Window button in the upper right corner, and when you do, your cursor turns into this crosshair thing. So what you need to do is on OBS, select over the region where your game is located. And so I'm going to do that, and when I do that, the app then crops it for me, and then I just have to say, yeah, that looks good, so I'm going to hit Finish. And it was kind of covered, so I'll just show real quick what that like from behind the scenes. This is what my monitor looked like when I did that. It crops it, and then you can see the preview of, yeah, that's definitely where my game is located, so it detected it properly. If it's like off or there's a piece that's cut off, I recommend doing it again, just so the detection is better. But usually it's pretty good about this stuff. I think I did a pretty good job. The next thing you're going to do is click Run DivaBot. And again, trust it. And the first time you're going to be presented with the chance to enter your authentication code. So again, on the website, you will have your app authentication code. You will enter that in, followed by whatever username you use to register. If it was successful, then you will be presented with this box. If it wasn't successful, it's going to ask you to enter this stuff again. This is like your overlay. You can customize it however you want. There are two buttons on the upper right. One is the background color and one is the display. You can set the background color such that you can use it for filtering out. If you use OBS a lot, then this process is going to be very familiar. So for example, when I do a window capture of this overlay, I can capture just this part here. And I'm gonna put at the top so we can see where it's see it in action. I'm gonna right click filters. I'm gonna choose the color key. And I'm going to choose magenta since I chose a magenta color. And then, boom, now the overlay is overlaid. Make sure the overlay is not covering up the game. The app still is watching the game. Also, don't move your window. If you move your window at all at any point, just make sure you recalibrate. Just close this and then run the calibration program again before opening this up. The next thing you're going to do is hit Add Display. I'm actually going to move this so you can't see the button on the overlay. That's kind of weird. So I'm going to hit Add Display, and when I hit Add Display, a new label pops up with a dialog allowing us to configure it. So you can configure the background. If you make it the same color as the background color, it'll be transparent and you'll just have an overlay text on your screen. Or if you want to match it up with a theme, you can use the same background as that theme. If you click the label, you can drag it around wherever you want. And you also have a width you can set, so let's do like 800 for the width. And you can set a height. You can make the size of the text bigger, or you can make it smaller. If the text inside the label is larger than what the font provides, width-wise, it will shrink the font automatically. And we'll see this later. There's also a refresh rate. You usually want to set this low to like 1 second, unless you have multiple things. And then down here you have labels. Each of these represents a piece of data in your in the game that you can display. So I'm gonna have this display the song title and what my best play is. You basically make like a playlist of what labels you want it to show at a time. And you'll see now it's like toggling between two things. And I'm gonna up this to like every 5 seconds, switch between those two. So when you have more than one thing, you probably want the delay time to be a little higher. But when you only have one thing, like we can add another display. If we want only maybe the English song title, we can have that displayed there like that. Again, you'll have plenty of ways to customize it. If you double click a label, you'll get the options for it back. So, whoops, I didn't mean to move that. So, feel free to experiment with them. The fonts are limited, and the reason why is because you can only select ones with Japanese characters in them. So that's why you might not find certain fonts. If your font you're looking for doesn't support Japanese characters, you won't see it on that list. Let's actually see this in action now, though. I'm going to go over here and enable my game screen, and we're going to go into the game itself. This is kind of weird, so I'm going to hide this. So you can see immediately the song title does change. And again, your whatever overlay stuff you choose is what's going to be displayed. So on the top one is showing my best play. Now if there is no best play yet, it's going to show nothing. I guess we can add... Let me add on top of that the play count. So we'll alternate between 3 things, and I'll just like change this to every second. We can just see it go back and forth, right? Between how many plays, the song title, and the best play. So when we actually, the last part of this app is the tracking itself, of course. That's one of the big things. So we can go into a song and play it a little bit. And when we're done, we're actually going to get a result. So you can see on the stream it's dynamically showing stuff, but I'm just going to end up like purposely failing here. One, I can't hear the game right now, but 2, this is just a demonstration of showing the submission system. Alright, there we go. So upon reaching the results screen, you might have heard that little sound. That's your indicator that, yes, your result got recorded. So you'll see on this brand new account, I now have 1 play, and my best play is now this 011057 score with 0.5%. So yeah, there you have it. Not much else to say there. So that's how this works, and hopefully it proves useful, and hopefully I can make it even more useful in the far future. So, oh, and let's just look on the site again. Let me close this. We go on rankings now under my name, well, my new account name. We'll see there's now 1 play count under World is Mine. We could search for it here as well. World is Mine. Boom. There's the 1 play we just did. More features to come, guys. For those of you that tuned in, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed.